Hi everyone, thank you for coming. I'm Marvin.
Oh, I'm Marissa.
I'm Miriam. And I'm Morgan. Hence the team.
So really quickly, I'm going to run you guys through the strategy. So our objectives, really wanted to focus in on getting people excited. So stoke the business world on the creative potential of Los Angeles. We're not going after all of the business world, we're going after specifically creative companies, people who are doing interesting things. And that's our audience. So creative business owners who want to abandon status quo and become a leader in their category. So some of the companies you may or may not be able to see in the background are companies like Disney and Nike and Pixar and The New Yorker. Companies that are doing interesting things, pushing limitations, and that would be welcome additions to the Los Angeles community. So we went out and did some research, and we talked to a lot of people who did business in LA and some who didn't. So we did some in-depth interviews, Mad Libs, and surveys, trying to get a feel for their pain points, what they like about LA, what are some of the things they don't like about LA, and how we can get them here. And the one trend we really found throughout them all was that they know about LA before coming here. They think LA is a lot of different things, but the first thing on their mind is not LA as a creative business mecca. And so that's really what we want to change, to get them to view LA as a creative capital. And so in acknowledging their perceptions already, we're kind of shifting that a little bit. So yes, we know LA is a lot of different things, but all of those things are really integral to our success as a creative community. All of those different things that LA represents is crucial for us and our creative potential. And the insight that we drew upon is that these unique connections, the different industries, communities, and cultures coming together is really vital to innovation. Those are the things that allow us to be as innovative and as creative as we can be. And LA's the best at that. So we have a lot of culture, we have a lot of commerce, we have a lot of community. And all of those different things, when those things collide together, it makes discovering something new almost inevitable. So what we're really trying to do is encourage people to discover what we can create in Los Angeles. So that's our main idea. That's what we want to have our audience do, and to come to LA to do that. And so how are we doing that? Instead of telling people what would happen if they did business in LA, our point of view is let's evoke curiosity and wonder. Let's get them leaning forward, get them curious as to what could happen if they did decide to come here. And we plan on doing that through what we're calling Project Rethink. It's a challenge for the creative community to rethink existing conventions and discover what we can create together. So we're going to have three main beats that we're going to cover creative on. And the three beats are intrigue, challenge, and activate. So initially intrigue, get someone leaning forward, generate awareness and stir up curiosity. And we're planning on doing this through films and out of home, a lot of above the line work. And then in the challenge section, we really want to encourage creative demonstration through applications. So getting people to begin figuring out what could happen if they came to LA. And then activate, begin to incubate success stories and really make things happen. So now we're going to run through the intrigue beat.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about intrigue. We're generating awareness, stirring up curiosity, evoking wonder, and kind of getting people to try and step outside the stereotypical LA thinking. And we're going to do so through digital and out of home. We are going to target big business cities, with cities with lots of students, so Boston, New York, Dallas, Portland, and then we're going to do so by calling out big businesses that New Yorkers or Londoners would know, and at the same time introducing them to an LA company, and we're going to do so via a YouTube pre-roll. So 15-second YouTube pre-roll, breaking news style format, LA-based Snapchat and HBO have come together to make cut to create stock market scene, cut to internet virality scene, discover what we can create. This is just another visual. We're planning to do spot buys. So if we're going to do like a spot buy in Portland, it'd be LA-based Mattel and Nike have joined forces, and then the same format for that. And then end with Project Rethink, discover what you can create. Our out of home thinking is the same as the film. It's just our film, but on a billboard or print, digital. Our placement's gonna be in places where business people frequent, where college kids are frequenting. So whether that be freeway billboard, in an airport, at a convention center, hotel, college campuses, and this is at the beginning of our media. This is the beginning of our media schedule. So basically, all we're trying to do is generate awareness and evoke wonder. So how do we get creative business people to come to Los Angeles? Well, we know creative business people love nothing more than a challenge. So we will be running this challenge through all of our print and social from January till June. So next slide. For our print, for fashion, we would do something like, what if Tom's Los Angeles came together with a company outside of Los Angeles and worked together to create a new fashion brand? So we'll be targeting each specific business category. So fashion people reading fashion magazines will be curious about this. And then for news, we'll be doing, or for entertainment. So what if TMZ and BuzzFeed teamed up to deliver global news? And next slide. What if like Snapchat and HBO came together to reinvent entertainment? So all of these will be tailored to our specific business person and get them thinking about LA in a new way, because they'll be thinking of within their business category and what the possibilities are, and their possibilities of going on social media on the bottom. And so our paid social will be doing this campaign on Twitter and Facebook as well, so they'll be able to submit their answers on there. And at the end of each month from January to June, we'll be selecting the winner. And next slide. And then so we also are doing another campaign, so similar to Humans of New York. I don't know if you guys are all familiar with it, but we think Los Angeles deserves to have one too, because there's so many different creative business people here, and we'll be broadcasting more of their personalities and selling the community that's here. So we'll be posting pictures of either like a businessman or an artist or different people working together and their backstories, and maybe like insights, as well as their like why they're doing business in LA, why they're continuing to be here, and just selling that emotional feeling as well.
So now we want to get people actually doing something, making things happen, and try and get success stories to actually start to develop. So we have a couple ways of doing this. First is a digital campaign, and it's going to be in kind of a Kickstarter format where people can create business proposal videos, kind of like what you would see here, and post it on our website. And these would be on our website for a full month, and you can get upvotes. Anyone can go on. Your friends, family, if you have one on there, or you can get other business people to go on there and vote for you as well. And at the end of every month, for the first 5 months of our campaign, we're going to choose one winner, and they'll get a one-way ticket to LA as well as a 1-month lease. But where it changes up a little bit is in the 6th month. All these 5 winners are going to go head-to-head. This is going to keep people coming back to our site and wanting to know what's going on, wanting to know who's going to win, because out of those 5 winners in the 6th month, we will give the winner of those a 6-month lease in New York, or in Los Angeles in an office space. And then finally we have our experiential. This is where we're actually going to go out to the other cities and try and convince people really that Los Angeles is a place where they can thrive. So it's a pop-up challenge. It'll be kind of like a tent or a truck that will go to 3 or 4 different cities a month. And these cities will be very business cultured or high in colleges, because that's the area where you can get those entrepreneurs and young creative thinkers to see, well, I'm in New York right now, but maybe LA is the place I need to be to thrive. So what they do is they walk into this tent or truck, and there'd be business facts everywhere, all over the walls, everywhere, and there'd be a challenge. So again, if you're in New York, it would be, what can Snapchat and HBO do together? Come up with an idea for us, get creative right now. We'll have these computers ready for them for research, and they can submit their ideas. And for every stop that we go to, we'll get a winner again, and they'll get a one-way ticket to Los Angeles to give them the chance to actually come to Los Angeles and get their ideas started and get to do something. So again, we have these 3 different areas. We're going to intrigue people and make them wonder about Los Angeles and what they could do here by showing them our film in our at-home, and then also challenging them with our print in both paid social and owned social to get them really thinking and to know what to do. And then finally activate them and get them motivated to come out here, and then give them the chance to actually come out here. And finally, what would a good successful campaign look like for us? A big thing for us is to get awareness, to raise awareness about Los Angeles for the people outside who don't know and may have their own ideas about Los Angeles. So we have a lot of growth, like a 5% growth month over month of the volume of Project Rethink Googles to get people wondering. And then also a month over month growth of our business proposals actually sent into our website. So more and more people hear about us, and more people want to get the chance to come to LA. And then we have other things such as a 15% of our reach on social to actually participate with us. That way we know that people are actually out there seeing us and want to come to LA. And then finally, we're going to get people here with giving our leases, but the most important thing is that they stay and that they love LA and they know that it's a place where they can thrive. So we'd like at least 25% of our leases awarded to be renewed at least one time so that they know that this is the place where they can thrive as a business. So we want them to know that in general, Los Angeles is a little bit better than the place where they are. We're going to go to you and we're going to bring you here and we're going to make you see that Los Angeles is what you can do and you can come here and discover what we can create in Los Angeles. Thank you.
So I really like your presentation, the way that you're driving engagement and people to participate, and I like the messaging. How would you guys, I think a lot of the success here is probably dependent on things like funding, who's going to fund the tickets, who's going to, so would you guys work with the city? Would you work with private entities and sponsorships? Have you thought through how you bring this to life from that perspective?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like sponsorships and partnering with different companies could be a good way to do it. So kind of if we're highlighting LA businesses and businesses in other cities, have them work with us to like cut the cost of like a print ad. So if we're showing off Snapchat, maybe Snapchat can help fund that print campaign, or if we're showing off another company, they can help us with the cost that way.
Thank you.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm always blown away at how well you present. I really am. No notes, no nothing. So really, really great job. I have a question, and I don't know if it's going to be... I think that the hardest thing is the target. So the target is, you're targeting sort of college students, more about them moving here than starting businesses here, or are you targeting businesses? That's where I had a little disconnect.
It's
Both.
yeah.
Yeah, just business students maybe if it's on a college level, or people that are looking to pick up and move. I mean, but definitely on the younger side, because like people, you know, if they're older and have families, it's a little harder to uproot that. But both essentially.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Great job, good enthusiasm and energy. Had a question for you about your sort of rethink LA. Did that suggest something negative to you? In other words, I thought about LA, but I'm not going, so you've got to get me to rethink about it. Did you think about a more positive way of saying that?
We thought about that kind of positively. So our thinking was, people know LA. It's not something we're exposing you to for the first time, but just consider it again. People have perceptions already, but just think about LA again and think about it in a different way than maybe you have been prior. And we thought about that kind of in a more positive way.
Yeah, we want them to rediscover the business potential and see how much is here, as well as getting over the stereotypes and learning more about the people that live in LA.
Great, thanks.